Remember that? Who was that? Dwayne? Dwayne? Or was it rerun? What's good, money getters? It's your girl, MMG. I hope everybody's enjoying this beautiful Tuesday. Look at here. I'm just gonna let y'all know off top. I am tired. I am so tired. But it's cold outside. It was like 36 degrees when I dropped the kiddos off at school today. And I know where some of you live at. It's really cold. So I know you guys are like, what? What? But I made fried chicken last night. So today I'm gonna take the rest of that fried chicken because we didn't eat all that chicken. Um, I'm gonna take the drums and I'm going to make gumbo with it. Now I was supposed to do that last week, but what happened? We got greedy and ate the chicken before we could hey Joshua, what's good? Hey Sierra, what's good with you mamas? How are you feeling today? Yes, you are first place, Joshua. I got the camera off because guys, I'm in my pajamas. I already been out, I already showered, I already got dressed, I already dropped my kids off at school, did some grocery shopping, had a quick little meeting, um, and now I'm home. Sierra, you got asthma, so you feel me. This time of the year, it's not so good for us, but I be forgetting I have asthma sometimes. Hmm. I need some new knives. I thought I ordered knives. I thought I ordered a set of knives last week. I guess I didn't. These knives are old. They were really sharp when I got them, but these knives are old. Hey, Layla, I ain't seen you in forever. I haven't seen you in my chat in a month of Sundays, girl. But I'm about to make this gumbo, so I am still gonna make a roux. My mother always says you don't need a roux when you have fried chicken. The fried chicken makes the roux itself, but I'm gonna make a roux. And I'm not calling it the Holy Trinity. I know you people from, not you people, but you New Orleans folks. I know you guys call it the Holy Trinity. Ain't nothing holy but the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost over here. I don't call nothing the holy. Anything. I don't call anything the Trinity but Jesus, God, and the Holy Spirit. But I am using celery, onion, and bell pepper, and I'm gonna make a roux. I'm gonna make a butter roux. So I'm gonna film it so you guys can see it. But no, I am not presentable. You're feeling better. I'm glad to hear that. I am glad to hear that. You're at work today already? Did you end up making Thanksgiving dinner, Sierra? My dad and uncle came. I guess they enjoyed it. Oh yes, mamas, that's right. How is school going? I know you said you had a big test coming up the last time you were here. How did you do? I hope you did well. You're taking a medical class, right? You did cook? Yeah, I'm telling you, listen, by the time I got done cooking, listen up. My back was hurting. I couldn't even make it through the whole dinner. And I forgot, girlfriend, you have asthma slash COPD, whatever it's called. You know good and well you can't go 8 hours standing on your feet. But I did it, but my back was hurting. I wasn't short of breath, but my knees hurt because when you don't get enough oxygen, stuff starts to hurt. Okay? So let's just say that. And I was hurting something terrible. I could barely eat. I did nibble on some food, but I did not enjoy it until the next day. And my food was screaming. I know it didn't look like it in that video I posted. I'm not one of those girlies that can make my food look all pretty, but it tastes good. I tell you that. The beef, the beef roast I made with rice, bomb, greens. Bomb. I don't know who this is, but y'all gonna have to call me. Ooh, hold on, y'all. Hello, hello, hello. Who's calling? I don't even know who that is, and I think you got the wrong number. Okay, sorry about that. Hello, hello. Um, I'm sitting up here talking about hello. You see how I'm such a ditzy? Hey, Layla, too real. I already said hi. Thank you for stopping by. Can I get everybody to hit my like button, please? But I got about 2 hours to get this roof started. As a matter of fact, let me do that now. And y'all see all this stuff that's going on the internet, right? There's a lot going on. It's a lot of drama. Content creators, I hope you're making your money right now. Either with this Black Friday content, the Cyber Monday content, and I hope you're over there on Facebook because Facebook is where it's at right now. Facebook is cracking. And if you don't have your Facebook account, you need to have one. I have all the major accounts. But I'm gonna tell you like this, for me, Facebook has always been where I made the majority of my money at. As a content creator, as an author, as an affiliate marketer, Facebook is where I make the bulk of my money. I know a lot of people say, "Oh, Facebook is this and that," but Facebook is where people who are going to spend money, that's where they're at. And you have too many different ways to make money over there on Facebook. You can do make money from your reels, and it's less effort. You have to put in way more effort on making videos and all that for all the other places. But on Facebook, you could just literally post your thoughts. And if you're a witty person, you know what I mean? So yeah, y'all better get it cracked. Y'all better get over there on Facebook. But yeah. So I'm gonna do this roof really fast with butter and flour and get it a nice chocolatey color. And then I'm gonna add the bell pepper, onion, and celery. I have crab legs. I was gonna get crab meat, but I feel like I wanted crab legs today. So, but yeah, that's where all the um that's where all the drama is over there anyway. Especially you guys know why you're here. You know why you're here. You want to hear me talk about Peach McIntyre, but that's where she's at. She hasn't even really been on YouTube, and you know they done kicked her off TikTok a bunch of times. And I don't really want to talk about Peach per se, but you know, just what's going on. Because I can't really do Peach too much. I mean, her spirit is so negative. But I want to just talk around her and talk about what's going on over there with Peachy. With Peaches. I call her Peacha. Peaches when I'm being funny. And that's just me in the background cutting up my celery, guys. I want it to be very, very small. But yeah, let me grab my butter and this onion. But of course, everybody knew Peach was gonna eventually have a falling out with one of those stylists, right? Because Peach, that's just how it is with her. I think Peach prefers the drama. I think that at some point, that's why when she first got started, I think she told one of the content creators, "Look, it's gonna look like I'm gonna bash you a little bit. Can you handle it?" She lets people know it. She even lets the people she works with on top know, like, look, I can't play Miss Nice Girl. First of all, the people don't want to see me be nice. They want to see me with the drama. So We're gonna talk about Peach a little bit. We're also gonna talk about Brenay Mile. Hold on, let me wash my hands again. Brenay is a young lady. I think she's in North Carolina, but she's from Baltimore, I think. Baltimore. You, you, and you. Hey, Butterfly, what's good? I am doing excellent. I hope you are as well. How is your baby boy doing? I know he is on the mend and getting back to himself. I hope he is doing well today. I hope you are doing well, Mom. I know you have been going through a lot as a mom, because I know me, I'm a mom, and when my kids hurt, I'm hurting. And I hate when I can't change their circumstances, right? Like we don't want to see our babies go through anything. So I already know that although you are strong and humble, I know it's not easy going through that with your baby. So just know, Sierra, Butterfly, I have been calling you out in my prayers. Not just saying my YouTube family. I call your names out. Okay. When I know people need extra prayer or I know they're going through something, then I call your name out. And if you're a believer or not, I am. I believe in my prayers and I know my prayers work. So, yes, sir. He is doing a lot better. Thanks so much. And yes, it's been a lot for he and I and his sister. Absolutely. Because I know, you know, although kids, it's hard when you have a sibling that's going through something and then all the attention is on them and you got to kind of like, and then plus you care, but you still have your needs as a child and all of that. So I know that's not easy, but I'm glad you had your mom and everything out there to help you during this trying time. How was your Thanksgiving, everybody? Did you guys have a good Thanksgiving? This year, I didn't cook a lot of food because I was determined not to eat Thanksgiving for 3 and 4 days. But I'm not gonna do that again. I'm gonna think about my body. I didn't think I was gonna hurt that much, and I was like, I still wanted something good to eat. And even my kids were like, I want something to eat, but I don't want fast food. I want some food. And that was me. Like the next day when I made the rest of the Cornish hens and I put that gravy on top. Ooh. But we only ate Thursday and Friday. And then after that, that was it. That was it. No more Thanksgiving food. So I won't do that again. Next time, if I cook like that, I'll at least put something in the freezer and make something so we can have it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, Butterfly. Thank you. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please hit my like button for me. I appreciate that. But I also want to talk about Brenay. Brenay Montague is her name now. Um, what else? I had a few things I want to talk to you guys about because, like, during the day, I'm pretty much working. Today, I didn't really work, but I'm pretty much working, and I'm not really on Diddy. What was I talking about? Diddy. I had something on here about Diddy. Hmm. I don't know what was that about. It says kerosene a bath. What is that? Hold on, that better not be my car. Oh shoot. I think that is my car. Hold on, y'all. Okay, y'all. I guess that was one of my doggone neighbors. If they don't get their damn car, Brenay. You know what? I feel for her though. She's a young girl. I'm always gonna feel sorry for somebody. That's just my makeup. I'm always gonna root for the underdog. I'm sorry. That's just me. And I do feel like I said she should be in jail for what she did. That was my knee-jerk reaction, but she's young. She's young and dumb, and she has a lot to learn. And I hope she does learn. Number one, keep your business off the internet. Because one, she was doing all that because she thought it was cute. And two, she was doing it because she was getting a reaction and making money from it. But they're saying she makes like 25K a month as a content creator. That's not bad for it. What is she, 26, 27? I think from what I gathered from listening to reactors, there's a few reactors. I think her name is Queen Black Goddess or something like that. And then there's another young lady, I don't know her name, but she's like she has her hair in a natural style. That's across the street, baby. She's fair skinned, black girl, cute girl, young girl. Looks like she's about 25 to 30. But I love her commentary because it's matter of fact. She's not stammering and repeating herself. You can understand her clearly. So I like her. But does it matter which brand of flour you use? Like, is all flour the same? I don't feel like all sugar is the same. Like, I only like CNH sugar. I'm doing two and three things at once. Child, what is that? Is that butter? Okay, that's butter. It's like a piece of paper. So I have to cook this flour down and chop up my I didn't record that process. But yes, guys, very diabolical butterfly. I feel like and her mother wasn't telling her nothing, or maybe her mother was telling her, "Hey, Brenay, you need to fall back." I don't know, but my mother would have definitely been like, "That's that woman's husband. You don't do that. That was your friend. You don't do that when somebody is your friend." You know, my mother would have told me those type of things. So I'm not saying her mother didn't tell her that. You'll use generic flour. But when I'm baking, if I'm baking or whatever, I gotta use CNH. I've got to use CNH. I don't know, it just tastes more like sugar. I don't know. So far I got my celery and onions chopped up. And let's see. I only use one stalk of celery, but where I shop at Vons, you can't just buy one stalk of celery like a piece of celery. Why do they sell it like that? Like I'm not gonna use all that doggone celery. So now I'm gonna cut up my bell pepper, rinse it off, and cut it up. But now the whole thing with Brene is they're going through her bank statements and 25K a month, and they had her going to like all these different restaurants 8 times a day. Now you know your girl is I can eat. You know I can eat. I'm not a big girl for no reason. Like big girls like to say, I don't eat that much, but ain't no way. If you're big, you eat a lot. Now the only time And you all who, those of you who work in the medical field, let me know if I'm off base here. But most of the time, if you're a big person, the only way you can have a medical issue is if you have like lipedema or you have a kidney issue. And then in which case, one part of your body may be big. Like if you have kidney malfunction or something like that, then your stomach will get real big. Or if you have lipedema, then one of your legs or both of your legs can get real big with water. But even in those cases, your legs are usually real big if you eat a lot of sugar or you got something else going on. But for most of us, those of us who are asymmetrically big and just obese like me, we're eating. So, but I could hold my weight for a long time before I start gaining more. But I can't eat fast food for every meal. If I ate fast food, if I ate like something from McDonald's for breakfast, I'm not eating that for dinner and lunch. I can't do it. I can't physically do it. My body would reject it. I don't even have a taste for it like that. If I eat fast food 2 or 3 days, it has to be different places, one. And then number two, it has to be like, it can't just be like French fries every day, fried chicken every day. It has to be something that's like a different type of a meal. I can't do it. And I eat clean a lot, so I gotta have my fresh vegetables and fruit. Even if I'm still eating fried chicken, I still gotta have vegetables. Like today, even though I'm making gumbo, I still gotta have my fresh celery and onions in that thing. It's just how I do it. But honey, yes, fluid retention, pushing piece. Right, right. I'm sorry if you guys heard that sound. But I gotta cook this butter and flour down, y'all, until it gets chocolate. But yeah, oh, it's 12:39. I ain't got all day to be with this mess. But listen, yeah. So I just feel like if you're making that kind of money, you live in North Carolina, that's 25K a month should take you very far in a place like North Carolina. That could take you far even in California. Okay. But that should take you very far in North Carolina. I think, I'm not sure, but I think she just bought a home. She just got a new car. She was in an apartment for a lot of that time. And they're showing how she was paying for Tim, an attorney, and things like that. She didn't even have an attorney in this case. If she had an attorney in this case, I feel like she would have had a better chance of winning, maybe, possibly, because most people would have said, you know what, although you was wrong for messing with that man, it's not your fault that he left his wife. Even though, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. But they had some content recently and it looked like they're in love. You know, all is fair. Somebody once told me all is fair in love and war. And although I would be hot as fish grease if one of my friends start dealing with my husband, I'm not gonna be happy about that at all. I just feel like hyperthyroidism, thyroidism may cause weight gain as well. Absolutely. And PCOS. Yes. I think those are more like hormonal fluctuations that can cause you to want to eat more, but you still got to eat though, right? Beef fly, you're not just not eating and gaining weight. That's just like when I take what is it steroids for my asthma. Like this year I gained so much weight. I was so rotund. OMG. OMG. I was so rotund. My grandmother said, I couldn't believe how big you got. Charity, but I wasn't gonna say nothing, but I was like, "Damn, you big." And I was just like, "Grandma, you know what, grandma? Well, grandma's like you. Who needs, you know what I'm saying? I need paper towels. I do not have a paper towel in this house. I do not know how these girls like run through paper towels. They don't even use paper towels like that. I'm the one that's always using them. Every time I turn around, we don't have paper towels. We don't have tissue. The other day, I bought 10 4 packs of the big rolls of tissue. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see how long that lasts. And if that doesn't last us at least the entire month of December, I know something. I know something. Somebody's stealing my tissue. They're eating it. They're selling it like crack. They're doing something. She, huh? The tissue's only gonna last a week. Come on now. Come on now. You know what? Butterfly, I was just like, that's crazy. But she did pretty good with the lawsuit. She didn't do bad. I don't know why she did. She had an attorney, they said, as of May, and they dropped her as of May, but she had time to get another one. I don't know why she didn't. I don't know if it's because out of narcissism. I don't know if she wanted to just have the ability to question her. I think that's largely what it is. Because Brenay, she is a narcissist. Like you had to be narcissistic. I mean, and the way she said, well, she gave us her blessing. Like you did lie. You are narcissistic. You were mean. You were true. But I still feel like this is somebody who is not conventionally attractive. This is someone who has probably been bullied all of her life and probably for the first time ever, hey, somebody's choosing me. Somebody wants me. Somebody I like is choosing me. But you're paying him, it looks like you're paying him. This is somebody who probably wasn't cutting it as a football player, probably wasn't cutting it as a husband, wasn't really bringing anything in, had to, help with the kids and probably was bored. And now with you, you can't have kids. I mean, you desire to have children, but it doesn't look like you're going to have kids. You didn't have kids with your husband, your first husband. You haven't had a child yet. And that may be, people say she's going to get hers, she's going to get hers. I know people who have um, started going with somebody else's husband or married somebody else's baby daddy, those type of relationships. And the woman never has a kid with that man. They are never, ever, ever able to have a child of their own. So that might be that might be her karma. I don't know. I don't like saying this is what somebody gets or because by the grace of God, there go I. And I want God saying, hey, let me start paying you back for some of the stuff you did. Because believe it or not, MMG is not an angel. Okay. Yesterday, I got mad because I ordered something and I don't know how I'm doing this. I guess I'm doing a lot. I guess my focus is just that off, but I know that I asked for a particular size. I know I clicked that button, but then I had two different items that were similar, and I did click one away. But I thought I knew for sure that I clicked both buttons, and I guess I've been just burning the candle at both ends, and so I chose the wrong size. So when it came, I was like, okay, I got the wrong size, and they were like, well, it says that you chose that size. I couldn't really dispute that because why would it say that I ordered it if I didn't order it? Like, I know that's kind of crazy. Like, I couldn't really say I didn't do it, but I didn't think I did. So anyway, I was told, I was like, look, I have a printer, but those printers are so hard to hook up to your phone. And then my printer, it started acting funny. So I don't use it. It's in my garage somewhere. When I need to print something important, I'll run to Staples and just do that real fast. I need a good industrial printer. That's going to be my next purchase. Instead of that Ninja, I should have got me a good printer. I'm so backwards. But anyway, so she was like, "Oh, you need to go print the package slip and then you need to send." I'm like, "I'm not doing all of that." Then she was like, "Okay, somebody will come pick it up from your house and then they'll come with the label." So they did do that, but it took them a whole entire week. Then it took another week for it to get back to the place. And so then they're gonna tell me it could take 30 days for me to I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Let me get a supervisor." And then she tried I said, "Look, supervisor." And I was very short with her. And I had to say, "You know what? Even though you're frustrated and you don't like the answers that you just got, you're an adult here. You pray every day. You're supposed to be humble and meek. Act like a lady. Even if you're not getting the results you want." Yesterday, I felt like just everywhere I turned, every time I looked around, I was getting frustrated in some way. It just seems like for the last 2 or 3 weeks, my focus has been off. I've been making little mistakes here and there. And I don't know if that means I need more sleep. I don't know if I need to work less. I don't know what it means, but I pay attention to that stuff. And I feel like somebody might say, well, you didn't sleep with somebody's husband. Okay, that's fine. But being short with somebody and being frustrated with somebody, that's not good either. I feel like we don't have a right to judge one another. You know what I mean? Some things I'll talk about, I'll laugh about, and I'll be disgusted with behavior. But at the same time, I don't feel like we should judge each other and condemn one another. I don't. But Niche, what's good with you, mamas? How are you doing today? How was your Thanksgiving? It's still 12:48 here, honey. We are in the afternoon though. I guess it's probably like 3:48, 2:48 where you are. How are you feeling? Did you cook on Thanksgiving? So yeah, I just don't want to judge her, but I do feel like her how she treated Akira was atrocious. I do believe that, we don't as women, we have to love each other. We have so much against us as Black women. We don't need to be each other's enemies. We need to come together, and it's not always easy to do. We don't have to like each other all the time, and we don't have to agree with what each other with everything that one another does, but we can uplift, we can hold each other accountable. I think that's very important, to hold each other accountable. Listen, all for one and one for all. We're all a sisterhood. And if you're slacking and if you're doing something wrong, I think that we should say, hey, you wrong. That's wrong. You're wrong. And I think that as a collective, look, Brenay, this is wrong. I don't know if your mama didn't tell you, but this is not how you should move. This is not how you should move. Right? And everybody I'm seeing, like, I'm not seeing your regular names. I'm seeing like your ats instead of I'm seeing it differently than your screen names, I guess. YouTube goes back and forth with that. But shoot, I feel like, just the whole thing. And I was just perplexed and just disturbed by how she spends money. Like she started the month with $1,000, got 25K in like uh credits added to her account, and then by the end of the month she only had $600. That was mostly food, attorney's fees, shopping, things like that. I got 5 kids, 2 grandkids, a whole house that I gotta run and provide food for, and I'm not spending that kind of money every month. I'm not spending 25K a month, and that's gas, taking kids back and forth to school, insurance, utilities, cell phones. My cell phone bill alone for all of us, I have 8 lines, is $500. Car note, insurance. That's I'm not gonna start telling y'all all my business, so my cell phone bills is where I stop, and you guys know I have my shopping habit. I have my shopping habit. So, and we do eat out. We eat out, I don't know. You know what? We did pretty good this summer because once I started eating clean for 3 months, I didn't eat out. My girl still ate out a good 1 or 2 times a week, but I didn't eat out. So that saved us a lot of money, and I cooked every day. Okay? So, and like yesterday I cooked, today I cooked, but we still had like some Starbucks. So I don't know how we had Starbucks yesterday, we had Starbucks today. but I'm cooking. So as long as I cook and I have something to eat at home, then I won't go out as long as I cook. But if I get busy with the girls and I got a lot going on, I don't cook. How am I feeling? I'm a little under the weather today. I done came home and put my nightgown on and started making this gumbo. Mhm. I had to hurry up and make it before the children ate the rest of the chicken. Okay, so that's doing pretty good. My I had gumbo at the Palace Station one time and it was like a little buttery taste to it. Like they make it right there in front of you at the Oyster Bar, Palace Station. If you ever go to Vegas, make sure you go to the Palace Station and make sure you go to the Oyster Bar. Now, if you go during the day, you might have to wait hours, but if you go 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, you can get you some gumbo or whatever real quick. It's really good. Really, really good. And they have this barbecue shrimp that I like. Yeah. But I haven't been in when's the last time I've been to oh, I went last year and had it. I sure did go last year and gambled a bit, and then I got my food. I ate some food there. Yeah. What am I doing for Christmas? We're gonna probably, stay home. Next year, we'll probably go somewhere. I was supposed to go to Texas in October. We did not go. But next year, I have a few places on my agenda. My grandmother wants us to come to Missouri. I'm doing my mom and dad want to go to Vegas in January, so we'll do that. And I have a couple of other places. We got new luggage. I got new luggage for me and the girls. During the Black Friday sale, I got us some new luggage. So we are definitely we're definitely gonna be on the move next year. I have a few places I wanna take us, and we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Yeah. So I'm gonna have my crab legs on the side. The Barbs, they don't eat gumbo like that, or they don't like their crab legs in the gumbo, so I gotta find my big gumbo pot. I think I'm gonna use this new pot that I just bought. I think it'll be good for the crab legs. So I'm just gonna steam the crab legs and have them on the side. Africa is definitely on my bucket list, niche. I want to go see the pyramids. I definitely want to go see this trading post. What is this? I there's a few places in Africa that I would love to go visit. I pray I can one day. But definitely Egypt and definitely Nigeria. Um I would have to let me see. Let's see. Let's see. Is Morocco in Africa? Let's look it up. I need to hit on my inhaler or something or to go lay down, honey. Cause and then my baby girl is sick. So I know something is going on. Let me see. No, let me do it. Go back, go back. Okay, let me see. Show me an image. You make seafood gumbo very well. Butterfly, what do you put in it? Okay. Mm, yeah, Nigeria and Africa. Which country did you go to? Morocco, is it? I want to go to Morocco for sure. It is in Africa. Which country did you visit? Yeah, I think that is it. Egypt, Nigeria, Morocco, and I want to go to South Africa too. If there's another country there that I heard Ghana is like you gotta go to Ghana. I heard that. Ghana's very nice. So yeah, that's as far as I want to take it. That's a lot of ground to cover. You want to visit Egypt? I feel like Egypt is where everything got started. I want to go to Israel, but I don't know. I want to visit Israel. I would love to go to Israel. I would love to go and see the Roman the Colosseum in Rome, Italy, and all of that. I want to go everywhere. I've had wanderlust since I was like 17. I just want to go everywhere. My ideal life is to backpack around the globe. I always saw myself doing this with my girls, like just backpacking all over the globe and just writing books about our travels and just giving my kids a different type of education. That can still happen. It's my big Barb. She's the 18-year-old. She said she had a sore throat and while she was walking, she said she felt like she could barely walk. So you went to Johannesburg, Kenya, South Africa, Cape Town, and Ghana. You went to all those places? How was it over there? I used to date a Nigerian. Salmon, I've never had salmon in my gumbo. That's different. Lump crab meat, shrimp, and a lot of fresh veggies. Ooh, yes, fresh veggies. Break it down, break it down. Break it all the way down for us. I what I do sometimes, but beef fly, sometimes I will add, what is it called? It's white, it's not squid. What is it called? It's, dang it. Scallops. I like to put the little small scallops in my gumbo sometimes. That's so good. But the most I'll put in my gumbo is usually sausage, crab, and I like to get the lump crab meat as well. I'll get that sometimes and put it in there, and shrimp and chicken. I have never put any other type of seafood in there. Sometimes I might add a lobster in there, but usually if I'm gonna do that different type of thing, I think I'll do it with a crab oil. You stay down for 30 days. You went on a safari too. I'm not trying to do a safari though. That's what I'm not trying to do is a safari. Mm-mm. Ooh, that roux is smelling good, y'all. It is smelling good, good, good. Ooh, okay. And it's starting to get chocolate. To roux or not to roux? Do you do a roux? My mom says that years ago, back in the day, before she actually ever used real crab, because back in the day, can you imagine using imitation crab in gumbo? My mom and my aunt used to do that. Honey, for shame. Blasphemy. Blasphemy. But they wouldn't do that today. Hey, Chocolate Sunshine, how are you? I think you would definitely, definitely need to spend a good amount of time in Africa, you know? It's definitely getting there, ladies. It is definitely getting there. Oh, and it smells so good. What do you season your gumbo with? I got some Tonys that I'm gonna season it with. Do I have any? No, I went to Vaughn's. Vaughn's is, I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it. It's the white people store. So they didn't have any, they had Old Bay, but they didn't have the garlic Old Bay that I like to use. So I don't think I have any Old Bay. I have Old Bay, but I don't have the garlic and herb Old Bay because I usually put that in there too. But I have some gumbo filet. I have some garlic salt. Um, Let me see. I forgot to get bay leaves too. Ugh, I hate when I forget stuff. I got some red pepper flakes. I'm gonna put a little seasoning salt and okay, there's my regular Old Bay. So, where's my onion? Do I have onion powder? I'm gonna add a little of that. A little onion powder. Give it a little flavor, you know? Fresh celery, corn off the cob, carrots, peppers. That sounds like a soup. I've never seen corn and gumbo, but I guess you can put whatever you want to in it, right? You love a good roux. Always base my dishes with a good roux. Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. Definitely roux over eggs. Somebody showed some macaroni and it looked like lasagna. They said this is why your macaroni looks like this because you use egg. And I definitely feel like people should be able to make their food however they want, but you take away the authenticity of a meal and you're changing it and you're making it to be something different. Macaroni and cheese is a roux, uh, elbow noodles, sharp cheddar cheese. Very simple. I do understand that people like to add different cheeses. That's fine, but I see people saying, look at the cheese pool. A cheese pool for macaroni? A cheese pool for macaroni, that's a different type of cheese. I don't want to be pulling cheese while I'm eating my damn macaroni. Okay, guys. Ooh, that's a nice little chocolatey paste. And it smells so good. Let me make sure I clean this other camera. I got two phones I'm working with. Um, I feel like I could use a few more phones. Hmm. But yeah. So that's it about Brenay. And I think mostly, what was I going to talk about with Diddy? I don't know, it was something. I'm seeing all of these what is it? AI photos of him. Like, let that man do his time. Let him do his time. All that extras, I don't know. People do too much. For real, for real. So now I'm gonna let the vegetables cook down a little bit with the roux, and then I'm going to add some water and then my chicken. And I'm gonna let it go really low and slow. That's how I'm gonna do that. And then I have shrimp that I will add last or whatever. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please hit the like button for your girl. Um, but this whole Peach McIntyre stuff, let's get to that. Now you guys know I have big Peach McIntyre. I do not talk about Peach McIntyre over here, but girl, guys, this whole thing with Ann Riley, and you guys called it. I didn't know. I could tell. First of all, Peach is who she is. And like I said at the top of this live, Peach loves negativity. She loves the drama, not just because it makes her money. I just feel like that's where she's comfortable. Like if it's like a self, it's like a protective mechanism. Like if I start the drama, if I have drama, then I'm comfortable in that. If I'm doing well, if I'm at peace, then I'm waiting for the shoe to drop and then my happiness is over. I'm waiting on something bad to happen. But if I just supersede that with my drama and my negativity, right? Then, that's where I feel comfortable at. I feel comfortable, so to speak, in drama. That's why she's always, after a while, and I don't know if that's just like her, if that's like her content plan, right? Like, okay, I'm going to give them this for a while and then I'm gonna boom hit them with this and then get back in the algorithm real good. I don't know. Or when she gets bored or whatever, then she just goes from one thing to the next. After she's after she has rejuvenated her evil superpowers. I actually like the new thing she's doing with the collaborators. I said this last week, B-Fly, she needed that. You could tell that Peach had been starving for some female energy in her life. She has all those boys. She's the only woman there with gorgeous, so she has all that male energy. She's always by herself or at home with those kids. Even when she's out and about, it's largely just her by herself. She doesn't have a good girlfriend that we know of. She had Barbie, but Barbie doesn't do her hair anymore. So, she hasn't done her been getting her hair done by Barbie for quite a few months, about 6 months, right? So she doesn't have that female interaction anymore. And she said Barbie was like a mother to her. So she doesn't have that anymore. And I felt like not only was Peach making money, everybody's like, oh, she's a social media genius. No, she is not. I'll say it and I'll say it again. Peach hustles backwards, but we'll get to that. But I could see, but she done had all those kids. Like, it's too late for you to be out having slumber parties and girls' days and all that. You got 9 kids at home. And every day that you're away, your kids are missing out on having their mom. I know Wood is their father, but he is but one person. Yes, you're out making money, but Wood is at home overwhelmed. And I could see if you did it 1 or 2 days, but you're leaving all day long. You're leaving him with those kids all day long. So, but like I said, I think that, and then too, not only that, here's the part where I said that she's very foolish. Familiarity breeds envy. You're hanging with these people every single day. You do not wear your welcome out at somebody's house. And that doesn't just mean going to somebody's house. That means being in their presence every single day. You get to see a side of them that you probably really don't like. They may not like you like that. Small doses. And that's not being negative. And somebody I know is gonna say, well, I hang with my girlfriends all the time. Okay, good for you. Good for you. But as for me, and I say this all the time, I don't know. I got my kids whom I love, but I don't like them in my face all day long like that. I don't like nobody in my face like that. Especially not no bitch. I'm grown. I got stuff going on. I don't have time to sit in no bitch's face all day long. Real talk. But anyway, I thought it was good for her because she needed that camaraderie and she needed to get out of that house with those kids because like I said, outside of her doing her content, she doesn't really have a life right now. She says she loves her kids. Okay, I'm sure Peach loves her kids. I don't take that from her. As a mom, I know she loves her kids. I know she probably cares about them, but at the same time, you have 9 kids. You have been a mother more than you have not been a mother. Mostly all of half, more than half of your life now. It gets to be a lot. And you haven't had a break from those kids. Not a real break where you and Wood, or even a real break from Wood where you had 3 or 4 days to yourself, not to create content, not to go live, not to worry about bills, not to worry about buying food, and or whatever, you're always on go. Rich, hey bro. Hey, what you mean you don't either? Hush up, Enoch. Hey, MG, my lovely sister, what's going on? I'm making gumbo and yapping. I'm making gumbo and yapping. I know that's right. Get you some rest and don't work too hard. I know you're making that money. Thanks for stopping by, Rich. Peach had a good idea, but didn't plan it out. She should have would. Right, right, Miss Brown. Hey, Sassy. Oh, you agree with me from once, Sassy. Sassy be trying to come over here and talk mess about my little gift guides. Sassy. Now, which gift guide was for 4 different people? My men's gift guide was for men. What were you talking about, Sassy? I don't think the promo as she was doing it was a good idea, and here's why. Peach makes a lot of money as a content creator. Peach, the money that she made, I didn't see like content creators at her level are making $40,000 for one post. Now, granted, she had is a different type of creator. So most brands, most family brands, or like the big brands, probably don't want to work with her. The brands that work with Melanie Renee will not want to work with her. But Peach is doing the hair thing. That's the same thing E. Kane does. E. Kane puts her wigs on herself. But I think E. Kane says she makes more money doing the hair promos with the wigs than she does on any with her content. And E. Kane has a huge following on TikTok. And she posts here and there on YouTube, and she posts on Facebook. But she said her most of her money comes from doing the wig promos. E. Kane does that. What's her name? Queen Leora does that. Kaylee G has started doing the wig promos. So why did you need to have all these different people paying you $123 to come play in your head? When you could have got, then you're begging these damn beauty supplies to give you wigs. Peach, even though you are a gutter content creator, and I'm saying that because of the language she uses, the negative approach she takes, you still have an audience that people want to tap into. You should not have had any problems. You, with all of that drama you got, you have a massive following on all these platforms. You have a huge amount of people following you on Facebook right now. I think Peach went up like 100, maybe 150 followers in like the last few weeks. She's doing really well over there on Facebook right now. So there's no way that she needed for somebody to give her $100 to wear a wig every day. For me, it was more than about money. It was to get away from winning those kids. Because Peach, if she thinks she's smart as she says she is, and if everybody thinks she's smart as she says she is, Peach did not need to do those promos for $123.23. As a matter of fact, I don't know. To me, she doesn't know her worth because I'm not even a big content creator and I'm not doing that shit. I'm not going to go spend 5 hours with somebody creating content for $100. Peach makes that probably doing one video. Peach wanted to get away from those kids and would. And that was her way to do it. However, Peach went right to Tampa, the place where she says, sorry guys, I'm putting water in my stuff. Hush, I'm making this gumbo from scratch. I even made a roux. So cut it out. Enoch, you're just mad because you can't have none. Ha ha. You love gumbo sassy? That's cool. Oh, you got 4 different gift ideas. Okay. Oh, I thought you meant that's for oh, you mean for 4 different people you got an idea. Oh, okay. Make sure you click that link. But listen, y'all. So I think it was all the plot to keep Wood in the house and to get away from her kids. Because ain't no way. Ain't no way. There's no way. That yes, the class thing has learned its course. But people still want to be around you. People still want to be around you. You just did the content house and people paid $123. You said all this time you would not do meet and greets. You do not like people. So why are you doing the very things you say you do not like to do? You don't like people. You don't like friends. You don't like women. You don't like being around people. So why are you doing this? I'm trying to make that make sense. So if you are smart and you are a genius, I'm a smart woman. I don't do things for money that I don't want to do. I do a cost analysis of everything that I do. If I am on YouTube, it has to make sense for me. If I'm over on Facebook, everything that I do has to have a positive reward attached to it. I love you guys, but this is my time here. I'm spending my time away from my children, away from doing something that I want to do, like relaxing or reading a book or writing a book. It has to make sense, right? So if I can make, as a content creator, if I'm making $20,000 a month just making videos, why would I make $123 for one day with you? Why would I do that? Does that make sense? Just let me know how that sounds genius. How does that make sense? Peach should have had the ladies bring their own wigs. Peach wanted out the closet. She was not ready for heavy. Right. Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying the live, Butterfly, because I'm cooking and talking to y'all. She needs the money, but how's she gonna get to $100,000, Miss Brown? Now, granted, this is the other thing. This is the other uh thing. This is where she was smart at because the money wasn't coming from the promos. The money is probably coming more so from the content because I seen her content how I was doing before and I see how it's doing now on Facebook. Most of her videos are getting upwards of 500K views. So that part where she's able to get these people to pay her to do content with her and she's giving her audience something new. And it's even though she's getting her hair done every day, the same thing every day, it's a new style. She's with a new person and she's doing new content. Peach doesn't really care how their content does. She's not even halfway tagging them in that content. That content is for her to make money off of it. But again, if the goal is to make money, you can make more money from brand deals than you can make doing those content videos. You're spending a lot of time away from your family, away from your husband. You're barely getting any sleep. You're spending 8 hours a day on one or two hairdos. And even though your videos are doing well, they're not making you thousands of dollars a day. I'm a Facebook content creator. I know this. I see people with millions of views a month only get 4 or 5 thousand. Maybe she's making 20,000 because she does a lot of videos and she gets a lot of engagements on posts, right? So, so who knows? Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna break this all the way down, guys. We're gonna talk about it from a content creator perspective and what makes sense. And we're also going to talk about it from a sociological perspective as to how this was doomed from the start and why it's going so wrong and how I can't wrap my head around why Peach is doing this crap. Like, you would do better to put all your kids in daycare, right? If the objective is to get away from home and have some time to yourself. Put all those kids in daycare. Let Wood drop them off and let Wood pick them up. So he still has some responsibility in helping, right? Let him make content with you or make content on his own because I see that she has been putting content on his page a lot lately too, with him helping her take down the weaves and all that. right? But I just don't get why she's moving like this. It doesn't make sense. And the whole time we watched her, we've never seen her except for with Tracy and her family and kids, right? We'll see her with her brother and her sister, Tracy. We've seen her with them, but we have never really seen Peach do content with anybody else. She's always balked at the idea of doing it. So why are you doing it now? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't net you the profit, that you should be making. Because what would make sense to me is if you get a few brands going, if you even Tasha K. Tasha K is also a guerrilla content creator, right? Very, very, very uh politically incorrect. She gets brand deals because eyeballs are eyeballs. Eyeballs are eyeballs. Hey, Ann, what's good? Peach is not professional for brand deals yet. She needs a business coach and help with those kids. Like I was saying, Kaylee G is very, very anti-establishment. She's getting those wig deals. Uh, Queen Leora curses like a sailor. She's a cute little girl. I think from Alabama, she does. I think she does hostings. She does hostings for like, now, if she wanted to do something, hold a class like you did with that content house, do a content house and people can come pay you $1,000. Spend the weekend with Peach. Have your security there. You got McKay sitting at the front door. McKay just as green. And here's the thing that was just so beguiling to me. Like, why would you have all those women that you did not know? Why would you have all those people there? You do not know any of those people. You have McKay collecting money. Anybody could have set you up. Thank God that didn't happen. But you said you made thousands and made thousands. You were setting yourself up big time. So I'm just wondering, how is Peach moving like this? This is not usual Peach. So something is going on, and it's more than about money. It's more than money for her to take risk like this. It's her not even thinking. I don't get it. Can somebody please help me make it make sense? Because it's more than about money. It's more than about getting rid of being away from Wood and the kids. It's her not thinking. This is not how she normally moves. And if you're a content creator, or if in just life in general, I would never move like that. Just in general. I don't know you. You're not coming to my house, and you're not about to bring a bunch of people who I do not know to my house. And it's just me and my kids. And I don't know you guys. It's a bunch of y'all. I'm outnumbered. Y'all strangers. It's been going really good. You've been reading and exercising. I ain't exercised in weeks or read a book in weeks. I need to pick up a book. Yeah. Glad to hear somebody's reading and exercising and being productive with their day. I just been grocery shopping today, and I gotta go pick up my daughter in a minute, honey. I hope this let me turn this down. All the way. Let me put a lid on it and tell my child to watch it. Oh, yeah. Guys, I need a maid. I was just thinking that I heard somebody said they got a maid and it was the best decision they ever made. Guys, I need a maid though. If you guys haven't hit my like button, please hit my like button. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Hit the likey button. Yeah, yeah. Hit that like button. You're trying one day at a time, one day at a time. one day at a time. Sometimes I'm just happy that I can get out and go shopping and do my grocery shopping and all that with my asthma. I'm just happy that I can get out and do my day-to-day shower normally and all that different stuff. Because let's face it, I'm getting older. I'm getting older. So, yes. Where's my other phone? So I'm not going to be on here too much longer, guys. So we did it. We got the gumbo going. Now we have the chicken, the roux, and the um the veggies all going. And I'm gonna let this thing do a slow burn, right? This is not gonna go fast at all. And then when I get back from picking up my kids, then I'll add the sausage and shrimp and whatnot. Uh, And I'm gonna have my baby girl make some rice. But I know some of you like to use like chicken breast or whatever. I don't like just chicken breast. It's too stringy. I like to have like the drumettes, not the flat pieces of the chicken wing, but the drumettes. I like to do it like that. She rented 3 different places. Right. I didn't see it all. Thank you, Ann. You haven't been around. You know what? I am monetized. You know what happened? And that's why I was talking about my focus. I clicked the wrong thing when I was signing up for monetization when I got approved. And there go that car again. Ooh, my hand just a itching, child. Ooh. Back in the day, the old folks used to say that means you got money coming. But we don't do old wives' tales or superstitions over here. We don't do that. But for real, um, y'all, what was I saying? Oh shit, I forgot my thought. Anyway, um, we're gonna let that go slow, and I'm gonna have my daughter make the rice, and then by the time I come home with my other kids, we'll be able to eat if they want it. I know they'll eat the crab legs, not so much the gumbo, but they'll eat the crab legs. I got like how many pounds? I got 4 pounds of snow crab legs. I like the way snow crab legs taste better, but I like king crab because you get more crab. This money coming. Oh, my money, my monetization. So basically, after contacting them and trying to resolve the issue, they said I have to wait 32 days before I can add my account back. Um, and then I can do it. But I wasn't demonetized or anything like that. I just because you got to have your once you make a certain amount of money, once you hit that $100 threshold, then you have to have your account set up a certain way. And so I hit that $100 threshold like almost immediately. And so the first month I tried to add an account, and for whatever reason, they, it said that I had to wait 32 days to add the account, but then it let me change it. But when I tried to authenticate it, for some reason I couldn't. So I tried to make another account and they said I had to wait 32 days. So on the 17th of this month, my other account has been approved. My AdSense has been approved. So I just have to add it. But if you don't have an AdSense attached to your YouTube, then you can't make any money until it's connected. So I spoke to them. They said once that day hits, then I could do that. But yeah, so be very careful when you become monetized and you are setting your stuff up. I don't know. I mean, like I've been having a lot of little hiccups like that, like a lot of little dingbat issues, and it makes me feel like, am I dumb? Am I slow? Like, what's going on? Or do I just need to slow down and stop thinking I'm so smart and jumping ahead of myself? I don't know. What's up, bro? How are you doing, Smooth? I hope you're having a great day. I would ask you how was your Thanksgiving, but I know how your Thanksgiving was. Looks like you had a great time. And I really, 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 really hope that we do get to link next month. I'm making my gumbo now, but I got to get back. Have you been to the Palace Station Smooth to the Oyster Bar? Oh my gosh, I love their food. we had a we had a big brawl at the Oyster Bar because some broads thought we were cutting in line. It was the most ghetto thing I had ever been involved in as an adult. I couldn't even believe that was me. It felt like I was being punked. So, yeah. But back to Miss Peaches, I just feel like she's moving gang goofy the way she's moving for whatever her motives are for doing the promos. I feel like she's putting herself at risk for any type of setups. Number one, she's collecting a lot of money. She's at these content houses and motels and things by herself. We know she's packing. We know she's packing, but other people come packing too. And she don't peg me as somebody that can that's a quick draw. Honey, they'll have to drop on you so quick. Real talk. And then all they have to do is follow you. They could follow you back to wherever you go. And I don't want to give anybody ideas, you know, and just wait. Wait for you to leave, go in with Wood and your kids and wait. Just so many different things. And these type of things happen all the time. I wouldn't move like that. I wouldn't move like that. And I would have to have some type of security. I would have to have my kids better situated. And I would have to have a time. Look, I'm getting up at 6, 7, 8, whatever, and I'm coming home. I'm not gonna just go somewhere and stay all day long. And I'm not eating nobody's damn food. I don't know you to let you come cook for me like that. I don't care how much money you're saying you're paying me. I don't know you like that to let you cook for me and I'm just taste testing everybody food. Mm-mm. Sucking on oxtails and all that. No, absolutely not. And this whole situation with her and Ann handled it very well. It seems like everybody just lets Peach act a fool and everybody else just like, you know what? I'm not even gonna go back and forth with you, Peach. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm that mature that I could let somebody call me a PAH or call me a dumb bee and I don't say anything back. I'm gonna let you have it. We're gonna go back and forth. But at the same time, Peach has a massive following and right now she's already working on the gameplay to have everybody saying that Anne doesn't have good wigs. But her following, like, so basically, she was going to promote those wigs and say she loved those wigs. She was going to promote those wigs to her following. She was going to do that. And she was going to act like she loved those wigs for $369. She would have been pushing those wigs all December. But now that she's mad, now she's saying that those wigs are no good. But she was going to push those wigs off on her followers. She need to pray and humble herself and stop playing in people's faces and show respect toward other people. This is another thing I was thinking in too. And I've had a family member like this. This family member and I got into it real bad on Facebook. They may be listening, their mom may be listening. I don't care. But here's the thing. They came for me so hard. Their first cousin, I mean, came for me like I was their worst op ever. And how they came to social media, they was really talking mess about one of my siblings. And I came real humble, real like just really trying to talk them down off of that ledge they was on and going off like they did. And they turned their ire from my sister to me. And once you did that, like I said, I'm not mature like that. I'm trying to be. God is working on me. I'm trying to be where I can turn the other cheek, but I'm just not that person. You come for me, you're going to regret it. And I made sure I did everything possible to make them regret coming for me. even though I had to make myself look like a fool on Facebook. That's one thing I never want to do again. But and I had never done it before and I haven't done it since. But my point is this, those are it's some people that will go there. Peach is one of those people that do not care. And in order to get in the ring with her, you have to go real low. You have to take yourself a place that maybe you don't want other people to see you doing. You don't want to be that type of person, especially not online. Maybe face to face, maybe you would get raw with somebody, but you don't want to expose yourself like that. But Peach is gonna take you there. She's gonna do go overly overboard, especially with her family. She's gonna go overly overboard because she knows things about them. Like when it came to Brittany Monique, her half sister, oh, I don't know you. The most she was willing to call her was a mutt, but she didn't really know her. So she didn't have anything to use against her. And she knew that Monique was gonna really clown her and benefit from it. So she backed up off of that. She said, wait a minute, I don't know you, but I know my sisters and I know they sent you after me. So she went for her sisters because she knew she didn't want it with Mo. Same thing with Ann. She don't have really anything on her but what Ann told her. And I hope Ann learns the lessons from this. First of all, if somebody would come on social media and clown their family, clown their mother, clown their husband, even children, they don't have any morals. And the moment you make them mad, that's the one thing about Peach. The moment you make her mad, she gonna act sweet and she gonna act cool with you. As long as she's getting something out of it. But as soon as she's not getting something out of it, the real Peach is gonna come out. And number two, Peach understands exactly who those women from Tampa are. Peach is not gonna get in bed with anybody she thinks is smarter than her. Understand. The women that she's working with, she feels like they're beneath her. She feels like she's smarter than them. That's why she said, I'm gonna make a three more of you, Ann. You dumb, you dumb. I was telling you this. I told you this for free. I would charge somebody else $10,000. She wants to feel like she has the grip. Like she's like nobody is smarter than her. She can't do that with just anybody. She has to do that with a certain type of person from a certain type of background. She knows what she's doing. Because contrary to popular belief, she's not really smart. We see that right now. We see that right now in how she's moving. Smart is more than what you know. Smart is how you is what you do with what you know. A rat, if you show a rat how to get cheese, it's going to go back and get that cheese every single time. If did it take anybody to be smart in a dope game to know how to go cut up a piece of rock, cut up a pound and turn into a quarter piece and do this and it didn't take a lot. You didn't have to be smart. You talking about grams and ounces. This is stuff that most people don't even know. They don't even know math. You can't even tell them to add 2 plus 2, but they knew how to get a gram on a scale and how to sell that or whatever for however much it goes for. I don't know. I never sold though. I'm just saying. But Peach knows how to go online, act a fool, collect a check. That's not smart. That's I know how to, you showed me how to do something and I keep doing it. And I keep doing it to the overdose. I'm willing to get out here and clown and be a clown for this social media money. I'm not I'm not finessing anybody. I'm not getting the brand deal. I'm not getting the brand deals that the other content moms are doing. I'm really using social media as my personal diary, as my sounding board, and as a way to get all these negative emotions out. I'm not really doing anything healthy or anything beneficial to anybody. I'm not really doing anything that is going to be lucrative for me long term. That's why I don't own a home. That's why I don't own my own car. That's why I have a gambling addiction because I think like an addict. Where's my next dollar? Where's my next dollar? I don't really think long term. I really don't even think about the grand scheme of things, right? So that's where her issue is. And I was just thinking, like, I hope people who are watching her are really getting an education behind this, like you're really seeing stupidity in action, that this is not how you move. You don't invite people in that you don't know. You do everything decent and in order. You organize. You make sure that you're protected. You make sure that you take time to sit back and think about your next move. She's going day by day. Wait a minute. Okay, I got all these girls to do 123. Let me go to 369. Okay, well, let's take this show on the road. You take the kids during the vacation. You be with the kids. And then since I'm in Orlando, I can hit the money up over there and I'm going to charge them $1,000. Okay, I got about 5, 10 people willing to do it. Wait a minute. It's more people willing to do it than I can have do my hair. Let me invite them all to the content house and just do content with them. I got 40 people in the content house and it's just me and my son. Wait a minute. Now I don't even have the hair. You didn't even think about it because you got all these girls lined up to do your hair. And now you don't have hair to do. Now you got to start giving refunds. You had all that fun in Orlando. Now you come back to Tampa and now you can't even get your hair done because you don't have any hair. Right? So that's just crazy. I don't know. I wouldn't move like that. I wouldn't put my kids and my family in that type of position. You know what I'm saying? I would have to, it would have to be some real money on the table for me. If I'm leaving my girls all day long, it's got to be some real money on the table for me. If I know I'm used to making 20K a month, what is 20K a month? She says she makes at least 20K a month. 20K a month divided by, wait a minute, divided by 30 days. That's $667 almost a day. Nobody's really paying you $667 a day. They paid you $369. Okay. But you're still doing content, so you're still making that content money plus this. But if I make $700 a day without using you, if I got all these people, if I have 100 million views a month, I need to I need to do something to benefit from it, right? You're supposed to scale that. You're supposed to turn that into a some type of, you were trying to sell the classes, okay, that ran out, but you need to sell something tangible. She said she'd rather do something digital, which means she'd rather not work. So you rather not work, let somebody, even what's her name? B Love, when she was doing the crab boil, she started selling the seasoning. B Love don't never have to touch that seasoning. She don't have to package that seasoning. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. What you guys think, money getters? What do you guys think? Would you move like Peach? Would you do those promos like that? Do you think it's beneficial? What do you guys think? Do you think she's making enough money to justify the time she spends away from her children and her husband? Because she's been going and going day, 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 day. What do you guys think? I don't know. So yeah, let me go get my crumb snatchers from the schoolhouse. Thank you guys for chilling with me. How long was I on here? I don't know. Oh, okay. Okay. I was on here an hour and a half. Guys, if you did not hit my like button, please hit my like button for me before I go 20 likes. That's what's good. I love you guys. I hope you guys have a blessed day. Stay safe during this holiday season. I hope you all have somebody to spend some time with. If not, volunteer your time. Volunteer somewhere. Don't spend this holiday season alone. Get outside. Do something for somebody else. And if you don't have any money, like I said, volunteer. If you do have money, um, I think I want to go find an angel tree and pick a name, right? And do like a and take my kids and we go do the shopping for some angel tree gifts. I would like to do something like that. So, donate some of your time and some of your money. We all here on YouTube, so the majority of us, the bulk of us, we at least have an internet connection and a cell phone. So that lets me know we're not doing too bad. And if you are, God bless you and may your situation change swiftly. God bless you all today. Have a great rest of your Tuesday. I'm about to get out on these streets, get my babies, and come home and enjoy my gumbo. I won't be back on her today because tomorrow I have an action-packed day. Okay. All right, y'all. Take care.